peace in the paradox. There comes a time when we just have to accept we live in a paradox. We are human in spirit. There's connection, there's boundaries. There's differences, there's sameness. And the sooner we can actually rest within the paradoxes versus resist them, allow the contradictions, allow the ambiguity, the sooner we will have peace. There's paradox everywhere. There's dichotomy everywhere. We need to accept that. Life is full of challenges. Accept it. There is death, no death. Accept it. This is what the work really is. And the sooner you can do that and just roll with the paradoxes more. It's not I'm right, you're wrong. It's not black, white. We're blended beings. They're blended truths. I cannot stress this enough as far as peace in the home and peace for your children. I will use 2 examples. One is, a woman who has been brutally hurt. Yes, you feel her pain. You recognize that perspective, and you offer love. There's the man, we'll say a man, or the other individual who was the perpetrator. You feel his rage. You feel his loss of remembering, and you offer love. What it becomes is what we will call the third perspective, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha within perspective that we are being called to actually activate right now in our own life. That is the spaciousness that can hold both of those perspectives, even though they seem completely paradoxical and at odds. That's what we're being called to do, that third perspective. Another example of this, and this is on my kitchen cabinet, how about that? This is neutrality. There was a woman did my Soul to Soul circle, and she was very new to this type of material. And we were reading The Untethered Soul. And when it was talking about more neutrality, and she in the Soul to Soul circle, she said, oh my gosh, there was this couple from my childhood. And the entire time I was reading, all I could do was think about them. They're like in their 80s now. They hadn't done any metaphysical study. But when things happened in their life, she said, clear as a bell at age 7, I recognized they responded differently than my parents. My parents took everything as, oh my gosh, this was the only reality. This couple somehow knew that the response was, how about that? She said they went over and their kitchen was flooding because their pipes had burst and they were trying to help them. And the couple, how about that? Their daughter gets married, elaborate celebration. How about that? The son broke his ankle, couldn't finish the sporting season. He was a star pitcher. How about that? It's a different way to view the world. And if you can tap into how about that, and to me that's something that people can understand. Plop that puppy up on your cabinet. Offer that to your children and remind them as they get very stressed that this is their linear reality. How about that? It doesn't mean you don't call a plumber. Of course you call a plumber. But there's a different vibration to how about that as life, God, source unfolds.